Hey everybody, it's Tanya here from Meraki Coaching, here with your planetary update for the week beginning Monday, the 10th of February, 2020. And today, the day of recording, it is the full moon in Leo. So happy full moon vibes to you. The full moon in Leo is asking us to shed anything that's stopping us from stepping into our own personal power. It is a sign which teaches us about confidence and courage and leading from the heart and allowing ourselves to shine and to have fun along the way, because Leo is a very playful sign. So feel the feels, see what's coming up for you. You might find that there are similar themes arising from the start of August 2019 when we had the new moon in Leo. So think about what was happening back then and see if it relates to what you're experiencing now, and you know, you can start to work through those lessons and shed some of what you don't need anymore. So with that in mind, let's go take a look at the charts. Well, because we you know, you have the full moon, and then after that the moon starts getting smaller, starts waning. So that's a time for us to shed and let go. And there's nothing really amazingly huge or groundbreaking, perhaps, I suppose. I think this really is a week of just letting go and consolidation and just being within ourselves. Probably the big thing is that the week starts out on Monday with Venus, who has now entered Aries as of the 8th of Feb. She's going to meet up with Chiron, which Chiron has a tendency to bring out our wounds, but it's also a great healer as well. So when Venus is in Aries, she takes on a very independent quality. She is a go-getter, she's forthright, she stands up for what she believes in. And I think this is a really big time for us to be healing anything relating to our own self-worth and our own values. And because Venus also represents relationships, it's a chance to heal the relationship with ourselves. And, you know, this may spin out and cause a bit of tension with relationships with others, particularly people of the opposite sex, because we've got Mars up here in Sag still for the next week. So, you know, a bit of fiery, a bit of tension, but, you know, on a positive note, Venus is a bit of a firecracker, a bit of a lust bunny in Aries. So if things in your relationship have gotten a bit stale, you know, you might find that kicks back into gear. Or if you're single, you might find yourself a little bit more motivated and passionate to go out and meet others. So I feel like, you know, there's two sides to this, and it's about being able to balance between the two, being able to balance any of those healing things that you need to do, and actually going out and having a bit of fun and lightness and being re-inspired about love. I think that's something that is going to be a big thing this Valentine's Day, is being re-inspired by love. The other thing is that we've got Mercury here in Pisces. So Mercury in Pisces is less about being in touch with our thinking mind and more in touch with our feeling mind. So it allows us to drop into our subconscious a little bit more. And at the moment, it's in its shadow period before it turns retrograde on the 17th of February. So this week, you know, it's a shadow period. Whatever comes up for you in this week or in this whole shadow period, it may be a theme that you visit when Mercury is in retrograde. Again, Mars, this is his last week in Sagittarius before he goes into Capricorn, being a little bit more grounded. So it's just a week of consolidating and starting to wrap things up. The sun is spending its last little, I guess, third-ish period in Aquarius. So again, we're wrapping up all of that. So yeah, it is just this period of consolidation. There isn't too much change this week. So I will skip ahead to, this is the 12th. So that Wednesday the 12th, where we've got the moon entering Libra. So Libra is a sign concerned with relationships and balance and harmony. And it's going to be opposite Venus and Chiron in Aries. So, you know, emotionally we will want this connection with people, but with all of this independence happening over here in Aries, we can find a little bit of tension there as well. So as we lead up into Valentine's Day, you might find that happening for you a little bit. But we do have this in conjunction over to Uranus, who's just been sitting quietly here in Taurus all this time. And so that's potential for us to reevaluate and find a new way of relating and a new way of expressing our emotions to others. So there is potential there to, you know, really just change things a little bit, have a little bit of a switch. If we head into, let's jump straight to Valentine's Day. I can't actually get to it because I've got there we go. There we are, the 14th. So this is where things are going to be at on the special day of love. And I always find it's very interesting that Valentine's Day, which celebrates romantic love and partnerships, it falls during Aquarius season. And Aquarius is a sign which is very much more concerned about group dynamics and friendships. So if you are, I know like Valentine's Day can bring up a lot of feelings for people. So if you are feeling a little bit sad about not being in a romantic partnership, celebrate the love that you have with your friends. You know, in friendships are so important. So, you know, get together with a group and say people thank you for being part of my life and for all the love you bring me and all the love that we share together. So yeah, I think that's a very big message as well. It's not just the person that you're in partnership with, but it's also about all the love that you have for others. The moon will be in Scorpio on Valentine's Day. So when the moon is in Scorpio, it can be quite intense. As I've said before, my natal moon is in Scorpio, so I know I experience this personally a lot. So we can have really deep, strong emotions, and we will want to connect with people on a deep level and connect with them in that way. And yeah, it is just going to be, it's got this, again, it's in conjunct over to Venus and Chiron. So there is potential to, you know, really embrace being ourselves in partnership, but also connecting deeply with others on an emotional level. So, you know, that's just something that we can play with there. And as we wrap up the week, you know, the 15th, things kind of fly, and then we get to the 16th, which is kind of the last day of Mars in Sag, and just the day before Mercury goes retrograde. So just use the 16th as a day to, you know, really feel sure about what you want to do over the next few weeks. Make the last of your to-do lists, because that will really help you. Once Mercury goes retrograde, you might find your mind is a little bit muddled. So planning things out this week so you know what you're doing and what you need to achieve will be really useful, and automate anything that you can so it just happens for you. But after that, I think it's going to be quite good, because Mars is going to hit Capricorn. And, you know, for the next, I think, 40 days or so, he'll just be putting his head down and getting really practical and starting to hit the long game with putting together all of these ideas and things that have come to us while we've been in, well, since the start of the year, really. So, yeah, that's pretty much the week ahead. It's just a bit of consolidation. You might have some emotional things coming up, but there is potential to switch it around and to have an easy flow throughout the week. One thing that I would like to say as well is that on Tuesday night, I will be doing a Facebook Live on the Soul Star Festival page. So come along and visit that, and you can ask some questions. It should be really fun. So yeah, hope to see you there. Have a good week, and I'll chat to you soon.